So, West Ham United 1, Arsenal 2. After Tottenham's 3-1 victory against Leicester City, it was imperative in the top four race for Arsenal to get the job done. Kenny, you're at the ground. You're still at the ground. It wasn't pretty at times, but we got the job done. We're currently fourth again, another game down, 4 cup finals to go. What did you make of that being up in the gods at the London Stadium, mate?
You know what? People were complaining. People were saying it's like being on TV. But let me tell you something. I had the perfect view. Yes, you're in the gods. But what's happened? The pitch looks the perfect size. It looks like a rectangle rather than a square. You can see all the positions that we took up. And I must say, the first half, very frustrating. We played at a pace that suited West Ham, who had played on Thursday, so had a full team. And, what it was is that 2 teams were cancelling out. It took for, like a shot from Nketiah for us to get our first goal from Holding. Then they scored. And I think what's happened in the second half, I think we were very, 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 very comfortable to the extent that we probably could have won it because Eddie had a lot of space, a lot of shots on goal. And he was probably our most potent attacker. I know a lot of people are saying, I've checked a few people on social, should bite the bullet and give him a new contract. But, what me, yourself, and you have been talking about is the identity of the players that I want. And the identity I want as an Arsenal player, players who can win us the league. And he doesn't fit in that category. But he'll do for now, mate. We need every player to help us get into the positions that the club ultimately want, which is a top 4. So every help can be avoided. But, we have to, and I say this 1,000 times, look beyond. But if we talk about today's game, it's one of those games where you grind it out, you make yourself difficult to beat, you make mistakes, and you recover from them.
100%. Rob Holding today, by the way, he got man of the match on TV. Yeah, I thought he was absolutely superb. He scored a goal.
Couldn't agree with you more.
I was going to say, I thought he defended superbly. He got man of the match. Yeah, he was absolutely superb.
Did you see that thing in the first half? Did you see that one in the first half? The first half block by Holding. And, like as I said before, he's not going to win you the league, Rob Holding. Eddie Nketiah's not going to win you the league. Knows Mohamed Elneny. That is admitted. And yes, we may have to say goodbye to them because as a big club, you have to evolve. But, all help to get us into the position the club want to be is great if he accepted. And yes, Rob Holding never really lets us down. He hasn't got any discerning quality. It's easy to blame players like Edwards, Mohamed, and easy to blame players like Robert as well. But the thing is that, they never pretend to be anything special. They'll bought one was a Chelsea junior, one was bought from Switzerland. He live in a life for playing. The other one was bought from Bolton. These are players who are squad players and they're just doing a job to help the football club.
And Gabriel Magalhaes today had a bit of an indifferent game, if I'm honest, because I don't know I know you were quite high up, Kenny, but the goal that Jared Bowen scored, I don't know why Nuno Tavares was basically holding on to Gabriel in the box playing centre-back. He should have been out engaged with Soufal. Right? By the time he engaged him, Soufal took a great first touch, pinged it, but then Gabriel turned his back on Bowen's shot. But then he ends up, Gabriel, going up the other end in the second half and actually getting the winning goal.
West Ham United! Hey, I've got a new mate here.
Gabriel, he turned his back on their first goal.
Yeah.
In the second half, he obviously ultimately got us the winning goal. Again, off another set piece, another corner.
Definitely. And what happens is that it's ironic that when we did World Direct, we had shots on goal and full saves from Fabianski. They led to both our goals. First half from Nketiah, second half from Saka. Who I thought was a bit different. I felt that he spent more time trying to stop the overlaps and trying to help his mate Tomiyasu, who had to go off again. And he, kind of sacrificed his performance. There were loads of, where we're sitting up top, there was acres of space where you think, what? Nuno Tavares. It was, Nuno Tavares had a lot of the ball and that was rightly so because there was acres for him to run into. His decision making towards the end wasn't the greatest, but you know what? He's doing a job. At least he's given us a bit of balance. Yes, he's not Kieran by any shape or form. Yes, he's still learning his trade. But again, the theme of the next 4 games is that we aren't going to be seeing great football. We're not going to be. We're not going to come to pitch and say, you know what, this was wonderful. We're going to rely on individual players to putting their hands up, which is what our players.
And just like that, he's gone. This is what happens when you stream live, people, live and direct. Kenny's probably had a phone call as we speak. So he's bounced, and we keep the fan cam going. But he's right. Nuno Tavares had acres of space to run into today. Defensively is absolutely whack. Yeah, he is not good enough defensively to play for Arsenal Football Club. People are saying put him on the wing, etc., etc. For me personally, I don't even think he's good enough, and that is an area that we should be looking at this summer to go and get a backup to Kieran Tierney, who is kind of injury prone as well. So he's going to get a lot of games, whoever the backup is, because Tierney's kind of made of glass, if we're being honest. As much as I love the guy, and I love how he plays, how he defends, his passion for the club. Ultimately, he does get injured a lot, and you do need to go and find another left back to back him up. Here he is. He's back.
You
had a phone call, didn't you?
Come on.
You had a phone call.
What's happened? It's the bloody rain. It's raining here. I'm near some. Believe it or not,
He's gone again.
Oh no.
Oh, you're back. Yeah, I was saying about Tavares. Yeah,
I'm back now.
He's shocking. Defensively,
Tavares
is shocking. But going forwards, people are saying play him as a winger, Kenny. Yeah, right. But you can't play the guy as a winger.
You got to play him in his position.
Yeah, because he can't defend, and you have to be defensive minded as well as being attacking minded. We need a left back in the summer, mate. 100%.
Yeah, definitely. We're definitely going to need cover for Kieran Tierney. 100% going to need cover for him because once again, obviously, he can't guarantee us 38 games consistently. You know what I mean? And there's going to be a time when you're going to have to rest him to protect him from himself. So it's most definitely areas that we need to look at is the full-back position, both of them. Because, Tommy Asu pulled up today. We're not sure that we know for a fact that, Cedric Suarez is not good enough. So these are areas we've got to look at. But I think moving forward, if we just take it on a game-to-game basis, it has to be a situation where both players, players are going to have to put their hands up, and it's got to be like a patched-up job because there's going to be loads of twists and turns. Players going to make mistakes, but we're going to be winning games by the odd goal. You're going to see more goals conceded because of the way we're going to play, and sometimes we just have to, try and iron that out next season.
I want to speak to you about Mohamed El Neni again today because there's been a lot of people calling for him to get a new contract.
I respect that.
I actually think he was superb again today. I think him and Rob Holding were our best two players. We didn't see the likes of Odegaard get into the game. Martinelli, I thought, was shocking. First half, second half, cool. He got an assist. Again, I don't think he was great, Martinelli.
He hasn't been great since he's come back from injury. Let's face it.
There's been a lot of players that have been on the cusp of games, but it just passes them by. Yeah, Eddie Nketiah had a couple of good chances today. A top-level striker maybe puts one of them in the back of the net.
Definitely.
What would you do with Mohamed El Neni? Would you say
sell him? Sell him. Sell him.
Sell him. He's a freak and he's leaving.
The reason why I sell him, it's nothing personal, but everyone talks about what is the identity of the football club, and I say the identity of football clubs. You need players who are going to win you the league. So if you're getting players who are going to win you the league, you can't keep players on the back of like I said, end of season performances. Because let's face it, there's a reason why over a 38 season they want your first choice because there are players who are better in that position. The players that we should be getting are the players that can win us the league. People may say that's unrealistic, but you support a club with what you call unrealistic ambitions. You support Arsenal. You don't support teams who just want to sort of measure what they want to do, have a 5-year plan of getting in Europe eventually. Well, Arsenal's not about that. Arsenal Football Club is about a team that should be winning the league. A team should be competing in the Champions League, getting to at least the semi-final. I accept that. You accept that. If people struggle with that, that's not my problem. It's not your problem. It's not Jez's problem. Don't own the fact that you support a big club. Don't denigrate or abuse or try to bully people with ambitions. How dare you say that our ambitions are realistic? Like I said, rewind back to the football you were seeing under Arsene Wenger. Rewind to the George Graham days. Rewind to, Paris 2006 when you witnessed the Champions League final. Rewind to those days. Rewind to the fact that for 20 years consecutively, albeit a very poor return. We're in the Champions League. That's what you need. That's what you need to factor in. That is what Arsenal Football Club's about. We will celebrate these players, thank them gratefully, but we move them on. That's what happens. Big clubs are ruthless. They move players on who they don't need. You're always gonna, if you want to win leagues, of course you're going to need players to come in and do a job who don't get games and all that. It's fine, but ultimately, over a 38-game season next season, you know, if we think we get a Champions League, I think we're favourites. It's ours to lose. This is the way forward, and that's all we've been asking.
100%. Listen, mate, get home safely. I'm going to do Jez's fan cam. I'll text you about player ratings, yeah, because I need to get wrapped up in the next 45 minutes for fan cam.
Yeah, definitely. I'll do my best. I'll find something quite, and obviously I've got to charge his bloody phone. You see how it is when I'm on my toes walking about, you know, around all these West Ham fans. It's funny how effective and better I am at this. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, behave, get somewhere safe, and we'll catch up soon, mate.
Definitely, 100%. Always.